Hi, everyone. Welcome to Hallmark Movie Drafts, the monthly podcast where guest panelists are all Hallmark movie enthusiasts who love to debate, rank, and create definitive top 10 lists of Hallmark movies. This month, it's all about sisterhood.
Sisters,
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 sisters, never
never
were there
were
such
there such
devoted
devoted sisters.
sisters. Yeah, come at me. Go ahead. This podcast is not monetized. It is a labor of love. I love that song. Can't get it out of my head now that we've heard it. Anyway, the panel is made up of three pairs of real life sisters, yes, actual sisters, who are here to argue, laugh, and maybe cry their way through drafting top 10 list of Hallmark movies starring Ashley Williams or her sister Kimberly Williams-Paisley or both. It is a sister act showdown. Some of them are Hallmark diehards. Some may be watching a Hallmark movie and thinking this is torture. Some of them never saw this sister bonding experience coming and didn't even ask for it. But they're all here and we're going to have some fun. So let's see what happens. I'm Lynn Austin, your host, and with me is my sister from another mother, my co-host, Erinbeth Cermak. Erinbeth, have you recovered from the Bissinger's chocolate draft that we literally just did 2 weeks ago with their CEO, Dan Abel Jr.?
Oh my goodness, I had such a good time. And can we just take a moment to express how very good those chocolates are? If you have not jumped on the Bissinger's website and bought the salted caramels and the bag of gummy pandas, what are you even doing with your life? I've been telling everyone I know that they can get the 15% off. So use our HMD promo code, which is literally just HMD, and get your 15% off. It's good till May 31st because everyone needs that creme brulee bar in their life. My sister always told me dark chocolate was the best. And I said, oh no, milk chocolate absolutely is the best. And Bissinger's dark chocolate really changed my mind on that. So, I had to kind of admit to her that she was right, which as sisters we hate doing. Made me think of today's draft. And is it going to include some apologies between sisters? Some concessions that their sister was right about a movie? I don't know.
Listeners, I see some shaking of heads here. The Bissinger's dark chocolate converted me as well. Speaking of
Sure.
sisters, I truly am sisterless. I have an annoying older brother, whom I adore, but he's not a sister. So my sisterhood is everyone on the HMD team who helps put on the show every single month. It's Kate Baca, Stephanie Prichelle, Dr. Stephanie Prichelle. You, of course, Erinbeth, Erin Rempe, who just volunteered, and so many of the listeners and the panelists and guest co-hosts who volunteer like every month to help out with special projects. It truly is something I'm really grateful for. So thank you, all of my sisters. And I just wanted to take a moment to say that because we have a lot of fun here.
We have a lot of fun here at HMD, but it is a lot of work. So it doesn't happen without a great group of people. And one thing we do love also is our listeners. So, listeners, if you love the show, please take a moment to give us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever platform you listen on. It really helps other Hallmark fans that may not know about us find us better in the algorithm. If you're leaving reviews and giving us stars, 5 stars is what we want. I read a review the other day. It said, a must listen whether you love, like, or hate Hallmark movies. This is always a fun listen and a great way to pick up on what's what and who's who. Can't wait for the next. I just
Whether
love
you
those kind of reviews. It really just lets me know that Hallmark fans really love our podcast, and that's great.
Maybe we should start reading reviews at the beginning of the show. I know the socials are really weird. It's so important for visibility. We have listeners in 48 countries, and that doesn't really convey itself on our Instagram, where there's like 740 followers, or on the YouTube channel that I started, and I've been posting some shorts. The short that I posted the other day had 1,200 views in 3 hours. So yeah, if you guys can like take a moment to subscribe, follow, like, it really helps. I think I just mentioned that the show's not monetized. I set it up as a labor of love, so don't be shy. Show us some love and help us out on the socials. So,
Wait,
um,
does that mean we're not getting kickbacks from the HMD promo code other than chocolate for us at 15% off?
Erinbeth, oh my God. Yes, that's what it means. And there is no budget at HMD for a Dylan Neal cameo. So stop. Stop with the Dylan Neal. Okay.
Oh, I mean, it may or may not be just $45. Not that I've looked, but I guess I'm getting that on my own.
Dylan's only $45? That's just not,
45 bucks.
that's less than the gloss oranges from Bissingers, which are
I'll
46
start a
bucks.
GoFundMe, I guess.
All right, enough of this, enough of this. I'm going to go to the panelists who have been patiently waiting. Our first pair of sisters, very interesting. One started Hall star Antonio Cayone's K-Only fan club and manages that group. And the other is still trying to understand how she got dragged into this and wondering if it's too late to back out. You'll soon figure out who's who, which one is which. Welcome, sisters, Nicole and Jill.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys doing today?
We're doing good. I'm worried about Jill embarrassing me, but other than that, doing good.
So, Jill, I absolutely adore you. I love seeing you at Bramblefest. I love your posts on Facebook because you were literally one of the funniest people. How exactly did how is it that Nicole persuaded you to join this draft?
I think she said something about it a few years ago.
I basically just told her she was doing it. So
That's so funny. Yeah, this has been like 2 years in the making. We've been planning on this. Nicole, do you have any Antonio updates that you want to share with us? Anything you can share or?
not at the moment. Hallmark put him in more movies. Everyone loves him. All of us here love him. Other fans love him. We need more Antonio.
More Antonio is always a good thing. How difficult was it for the two of you to put together a single list that represented both of your thoughts?
Basically, we let Jill make the list because she said she didn't care about anyone else's thoughts. And it was basically the only way she was going to do it. So it's Jill's list, and I'm going along with it.
I can totally see that. I love that. That's great. Listeners, all of the panelists sent in childhood photos of themselves with their sisters. They're all adorable. The two of you together, Jill and Nicole, are just so sweet. Nicole, I can't believe this, but the last time that you were on was back in 2023 for the Antonio draft.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. You actually have a leftover veto coming into this match that you can use. So in addition to whatever vetoes come with your drafting position. So good luck today to both of you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, these sisters are a delight. One of them did the Brennan Penny draft, which was total chaos. She also celebrated her birthday recently, where a friend of hers got her a cameo video from Brendan Penny as one of her gifts. And her sister, to be honest, is a complete mystery to me. So I'm very curious to hear what she has to say about these Hallmark movies. Happy belated birthday, Christine, and welcome to Hallmark Movie Drafts. Brooke, how are you guys?
Thank
And you're
you.
both together.
We're
Yeah.
here. We're in the same place.
This is awesome. Brooke, the two photos that Christine sent in for me to use on Instagram are so adorable. In both of them, you are picture perfect, Brooke. You are poised, you are looking at the camera. You're like this little angel. And in one of the photos, it's like a studio photo. You have your arms around Christine, your smaller sister. And Christine, I always tell you whenever we Zoom, you look photo ready, your camera ready as well. But in these pictures, you look like a little hellion, like a mischievous kid that's just about ready to break free. Like that studio photo where, Brooke has her arms around you. Your arms are up, your hands are out. It's like you're going to just go off and attack someone. Is that how it was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you probably nailed it. Mhm. Still today, too.
I don't know if I'd agree with that. I'm lucky if my shoes match when I leave the house. And when I come to visit Christine, she typically says, "Here, let me iron that for you before you put it on." And it looked fine to me. So I may be the older sister. I don't think I'm the wiser. And I'm really glad she stuck around because when she was 6 months old or so, apparently I said to my parents, we're 5.5 years apart, "How long is she staying?" Because I wasn't really thrilled. at having to share. And now we're pretty inseparable, although haven't lived in the same state for about 20-ish
20.
years at the moment. We've had peaks where we've been in the same place, but it is, I am more a newcomer to Hallmark. Christine can be very persuasive, and she told me about 30 seconds ago that she'd sent you pictures of us. So that was news to me.
I forgot.
Breaking news, breaking
Yes.
news. Did it
Oh, and
take
by
a
the way,
lot
they're
of,
going to be on Instagram.
yeah, they are, yeah. And tagged, hashtag. Yes. Brooke, did it take a lot of convincing for you to come and join us today, or were
Oh,
you up for it?
because Christine asked me to do it. So of course I'm going to do it. It was just about getting the schedule sorted. So thank you for your patience with that and giving us a
course.
treat to be together and here in the same place with our mother as well.
Well, it is Mother's Day weekend, so this is perfect. This is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. So, Christine, just a little bit about that Brendan Penny cameo. Oh
I
my.
mean, come on, right? Exactly.
The
Swoon worthy.
glasses, the little gray
Yes,
in the hair. I mean,
I
yeah, you have
know.
a good friend. You have a
I
good friend.
really do. We're very
He's,
lucky to have her in our lives.
he's so good.
She's sort of a third sister in our family, and her husband gave her a Victor Webster cameo for her birthday.
I think I saw that one too.
Yes, you did.
He's awesome too. I know. I know. Just incredible. Well, Christine, you're actually coming into this match too with a leftover veto from Brendan Penny.
I
So it's
am.
gonna be a lot of veto action here. So good luck to you both. Good luck
Thank
to you
you.
both. And last but certainly not least, do not adjust your screens. You are seeing double. Yes, they are twins. One is making her eighth appearance
Wow.
on HMD, which is amazing because you have bailed me out with co-hosting a couple of times. And her sister is making her very first, but hopefully not her last appearance because she's also a double decker and she was at Bramblefest last year as well. Welcome, sisters Tracy and Stacy. I'm obsessed with twins, so you'll have to forgive me. I've got a couple of twin questions. I have cousins who are boys, are twins, and I annoy the crap out of them with all of my assumptions about twins and everything else. And they're like, I am my own person, I have my own identity, shut up about twins. I get it, but just indulge me for like 2 seconds, please. When you were growing up, did you guys like wearing matching outfits or did you hate it? And when did that stop? When did the matching outfit stop?
Don't think we had a choice. My parents were like, it's easier to buy two of everything. So we would have like matching but different colors. So same outfit but different colors. And there's still times when we'll go out and we'll see each other and go, one of us has got to change.
You had no that outside.
So I don't know if we've ever really grew out of it.
And we went to Catholic school for a couple of years, so we were forced to dress alike. But
Great. That's
yeah.
great. I asked my cousins this and they're like, how stupid are you? Did you have like a secret language or like a secret code of any kind? No. Is this only in the movies? Fine.
So I don't know. I think people think there's some kind of like telepathy thing only because we know each other so well that we know what we each other thinking. I mean, I think that's what it is. We just know each other really well. We can't read each other's minds, but I think I pretty much know by looking at her face what she's thinking.
Mhm.
All right. Here's my last twin question. Because I love Lifetime movies, one of you has to be the evil twin. Which one is it?
Solely me. Totally Tracy.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
Tracy. Tracy throws herself under the
agree.
bus. Happily,
agree.
happily. Oh, you guys, this is great. Tracy, you're actually coming into the match with a leftover veto and a leftover veto override from the 10 best non-holiday movies of 2024. You are always such a trooper doing like these major mega drafts, which is great. You guys have a lot of veto power too. So good luck. And I think we're ready to switch into gameplay. Eligibility for this draft is very straightforward. There's 19 movies that starred either Ashley Williams or her sister Kimberly Williams-Paisley, or both of them. Supporting roles and cameos are not eligible. You can see the list of movies on our Letterboxd account at Hallmark Drafts and on our Instagram at Hallmark Movie Drafts. Ashley is solo in 11 of the movies. Kim is solo in only 6, but 2 of her movies are Hall of Fame movies. They're in 2 movies together. Those are the sister swap movies, okay? Let's talk drafting positions for this match. There are 3 of them, A, B, and C. Drafter C picks positions 10, 7, and 3 on the list and gets 1 veto and a veto override. Drafter B picks positions 9, 6, 4, and 2. Drafter B gets 1 veto because they get 1 extra pick. They get more opportunities to get their choices onto the final list. And drafter A picks positions 8, 5, and the number 1 position on the list, and they get 2 vetoes. So how do we determine who gets to be drafter A, B, or C? That's where Erinbeth comes in. She's going to test your knowledge with trivia about the Williams sisters movies. The first sister to answer 1 question correctly gets to choose whether they want to be A, B, or C. They'll also be the first in the veto round. The second sister team to get the next answer correct will choose their drafting position next, and they'll be second in the veto order. And the third sister pair will get whatever is left over, and they will be last in the veto order. So Erinbeth, are you ready to torture them with trivia?
It isn't really torture much. No, but I do have rules that go along with the trivia. So you can't answer until I have finished asking the question. As soon as I finish asking, raise your virtual hand and I will call on the first person that raises their hand. You have to answer immediately. Any pause of more than 2 seconds will be considered a wrong answer, and the question will go to the remaining drafters. If you answer incorrectly, you cannot guess again until the other 2 drafters have made a guess. There aren't any clues, so when it's clear the drafters don't know the answer, a new question will be given.
Can I just say
We are
before you get started that Jill
Yes.
is still here? I just want everyone to know that Jill has not left, but she is still here. And we're 20 minutes in. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Okay. All right. Well, get your fingers on the button because in Follow the Stars Home, Kimberly and Campbell Scott are slow to find romance. Where does Kimberly meet Amy, who is played by a young Alexa Panavega? Nicole was really quick in there. What is the answer,
His
Nicole?
doctor office.
Doctor's office is correct. So Nicole and Jill, I'm sure Jill actually gave you that answer, right?
She did, she knew
Yeah,
it.
I figured. So Nicole and Jill, you will get to pick your drafting position first. And we're going to ask another question to find out who will be second. Second question. The race is on in Jingle Bell Run. What is the team name given to Ashley and Andrew Walker? All right, Tracy and Stacy, we're fast up with that hand. What is your answer?
Slay what?
Absolutely, that is correct. So you will pick your drafting position second, and then Christine and Brooke, you will get whatever is left over. Good luck.
Wow, that was really fast. You guys did really well. Okay, Nicole and Jill, which drafting position would you like to have? A, B, or C?
We'll take B.
Nicole and Jill are going to go for B, so they want to try to have a little more control over the list. They've got picks 9, 6, 4, and 2. They have 1 veto that comes with it, plus the veto that you're bringing into the match from the Antonio Caon draft. Perfect. Okay, Tracy and Stacy, that leaves you with drafter C or drafter A?
A, please.
A. All right. So Tracy and Stacy will be drafter A. They get positions 8, 5, and the number 1 position. They have 2 vetoes that come with that position, and they're bringing in a veto and a veto override from an earlier match. So 3 vetoes and an override. Boom. And the number 1. Good luck, you guys. So that means that Christine and Brooke are going to be drafter C. Wow, they did it to you, didn't they? You're always kicking off the list. That is either Fun or not fun? That's going to be hard, but you're both smiling, so that is great. All right, so we've got Christine and Brooke as drafter C. They're going to get positions 10, 7, and 3. They have one veto and an override that comes with the position, plus Christine's veto from the Brendan Penny match. Okay, so Christine and Brooke, while you're thinking of what title you want to throw out for number 10, Erinbeth and I have exchanged our ranked lists as well. So we're just trying to see if, any of our preferences make it onto the final list and in what order. It never goes well for me, let's just be honest, but I do it anyway. So good luck to everybody. Whenever you're ready, guys, just tell us what your pick is for number 10.
Okay, our number 10 movie is not the number 10 we sent to you on our final list. We've already made
okay.
a change.
That's fine.
Our number 10 movie is gonna be Follow the Stars Home. That's the Kimberly Williams-Paisley Hallmark Hall of Fame from way back in 2001.
Why do you like this movie for number 10?
Well, for one, I think the Hallmark Hall of Fame movies are just a step above in the first place. I also think with Campbell Scott and Eric Close, I thought the cast was really good. It was just a deeper story than a lot of the movies. And it was fun taking it all the way back. I hadn't seen that one in years, so it was fun to go back and rewatch that. And I think Kimberly shines in all of her movies, really. So, so we just felt like that one had to make the list.
That's great. Was it your first time seeing it too, Brooke? Had you seen this one before?
Hypothetically, I may not have watched that particular movie.
Nothing like calling her out on the first one, teacher.
That's fine. You're a team and that's okay. Sometimes you do
team.
it together and sometimes you do it apart.
We divvied up the list.
That's perfect. Follow the Stars Home. Yes, it's from 2001. So the early days of Hallmark in terms of those of us that are drafting here. There's a lot going on. There's multiple storylines. It covers topics not necessarily that you would see today in today's Hallmark or framed differently than Hallmark today would frame them. They wouldn't necessarily start with the trauma and the tragedy and what happens. But this is definitely a story of triumph and overcoming adversity. In fact, the tagline for the movie is "In love and in life, one decision can change your whole world." So Follow the Stars Home at number 10. First up in the veto order are Nicole and Jill. What are your thoughts on this?
Jill had a quote when we watched them. Would you like to tell them your quote?
The movie was god awful and should not be watched by anyone ever.
We're going to have to veto it. I promise, Jill,
It
if
will
this
not
one
be on the
made
list.
the list, we would use our veto.
It was horrible. It was puppy abuse. That is not okay.
I think Jill can substitute for Dan Thompson on Deck Hallmark any day of the week.
Jill's
All
the
It
right.
would
lead
make
cover.
him look friendly, so.
I think in this case, I'm going to not ask anybody else for their thoughts on this movie at this point in time. It's been vetoed. That just means that it can't be played again at 10, but anyone else can play it again higher up on the list if they choose to. It can be played by anyone. So, Christine and Brooke, what are you going to put in its place now that it's been vetoed?
We're gonna go with Jingle
Yeah.
Bell Run.
You're not gonna like this, our second number 10 any better than you liked our first number 10, I have a feeling.
Tell us why you put Jingle Bell Run at number
Well,
10.
I know that it has a lot of redeeming qualities. That's why it's making the list in the first place. But when we're trying to rank Ashley and Kimberly Williams-Paisley movies, it wasn't our favorite Ashley performance. I thought it was hilarious with Andrew playing the jerk that he played, like the bro in the gym and the influencer and all that. I love that aspect of it, but it wasn't our favorite Ashley movie. Her quirkiness was kind of off the charts in this one. We wanted it to make the list. We still felt it had a spot. We just weren't sure that it needed to be higher on the list.
Those are all very. Go ahead. Were you going to say something?
I was going to say we liked the friend character, Ruby, the
Loved
side
Ruby.
character. Thought she was a ton of fun. I confess I don't know all the actors and actresses' names, but that was something I noted. And I thought sort of the over the top aspect for both of the leads was fun, and that they had actual chemistry, it seemed, in the movie, which was fun because I am there with some of these painful relationships that last 84 minutes or however long a Hallmark movie runs, and you just are concerned.
Jingle Bell Run at number 10 is their replacement pick. This is from 2024. This movie was very popular with Hallmark viewers. So let's see how this goes for you guys. Nicole and Jill, you were first up at bat again. You still have a veto. We are still at number 10. What are your thoughts?
We actually thought this one should be higher. We thought it was fun. We both love the actor David James Lewis, who plays the host in this. He's usually the victim or the murderer. And we thought it was fun just seeing him be this corny MC for the game show. Jill had a lot of wait
There are
whats.
a lot of wait whats.
Tell them some of your wait whats.
I don't understand how they got on the plane to begin with, because they would have had to know who was coming for the tickets.
Jill, details don't matter in these movies. Have you not figured that part out yet?
She was also worried where they got their clothes from.
Yes,
But-
where did their clothes come from?
But other than that, we thought it was fun. We liked Andrew playing the jerk, just like you girls said. So we'll leave it at 10, but we think it should be higher.
They're going to leave it at 10. They think it should be higher. I think that might be code for Tracy and Stacy to maybe do something or not. How do you feel about Jingle Bell Run at number 10?
We knew that it was a popular movie and a lot of people liked it. So we thought it should be on the top 10. So it is in our top 10. It is not near the top of our top 10. Do you want to say something what you noticed about Ashley?
I'm okay to say that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know that she's a very in real life, right? She's a really nice,
A
super
good
sweet
friend of the Hallmark
right.
podcast. Yeah.
But I don't know why they pigeonhole her as the toxic positive person in almost every movie. And I know you call it quirky, but I call it toxic positivity. And I think that it drives me up the wall a lot. I actually like her in a lot of these movies, but anybody who's like that drives me a little nuts. So that's why we had a little asterisk next to that one because she thought it should be higher. And I
You
actually
didn't even have it on the list.
I didn't even have it in my top 10.
So we're okay with it at
So
10.
we're okay with it at 10.
Thanks, girls.
Gonna stay at number 10. The toxic positivity, I think you crushed it. I've never met her in person. I know Tracy has.
Lovely
Yes.
woman.
Lovely person.
Yes.
I'm only gonna say this to you, Stacy. Nobody else can hear me. If you go on to IMDb and you read the reviews from some of these movies that she's in, yeah, they're all about the, oh my gosh, dial it back. Why is she so happy? This is annoying, that kind of stuff. And it's unfair to her because they do pigeonhole her into those roles, especially when you compare them to her sister's roles as we're going through this list. So it just jumps out even more. But yeah, okay.
Sometimes I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so good job, you guys. You have Jingle Bell Run locked in, your first pick at number 10. You can sit back for a second, and we're going to go to Jill and Nicole to find out what their number 9 is.
Well, we're going to stick on the train of toxic positivity and perhaps the worst one of all, Falling Together. I like this movie, but dear God, if she moved in near me, I would want to kill her. We really liked the movie. We liked how they brought Alzheimer's information to the viewers. We did not like how they behaved as though everyone that lives in Pittsburgh is rude. As people who live near Pittsburgh, we were offended. I also think the makeup artist should have been fired for the eyeshadow. Jill had the high praise of boring.
I don't understand why she cared if her neighbors got along. Why does it matter?
I think Jill gets Hallmark in a nutshell. The details can get a little fuzzy. Absolutely. Yeah, Falling Together from 2024. Paul Campbell is Mark, the neighbor. It's very predictable. You know what's going to happen basically at the end. Throughout all of this, as she's trying to build this community in this apartment building, they're also shining a light on Alzheimer's, which was really important and moving. There was some nice coverage there and raising awareness for Alzheimer's. All right, falling together at number 9. So that makes Tracy and Stacy first up in the veto order. What do you guys think?
I know we've been talking. We're like, it's not in our top 10. So, but I know we had a lot of differences and
Our list, yeah.
we had to make a lot of compromises in making our list. So
I had actually had it a little higher. I think I actually had it in my top 10 only because, and I know Paul Campbell's not a really popular guy in this circle of group of people, of Hallmark fans.
to see us all shake our heads.
Yeah. But I like in this movie how he kind of cuts through her crap in this movie. Like her, you know what I mean? Like he just really kind of like he's the grumpy Gus, and I'm like, I'm down with that. Sometimes you just kind of gotta give it to him, right? To do that. And then but I kind of like that she wants the neighbors to get along, but I don't get why she needs to be. I get it, Jill. I completely get it, Jill. I think with that said, we are okay with leaving it at number 9.
Stacy and Tracy are okay with leaving Falling Together at number 9. Christine and Brooke? What
This
do
is
you
a tough
think?
one because in my notes for this one, instead of writing a paragraph like I did for most, I wrote one sentence. Ashley plays the world's most annoying neighbor. I didn't think we were going to have to discuss this one, so I didn't really bother
Oh.
with the notes. But Brooke reminded me this morning about the lady in the diner who was dressed in all fall clothes, head to toe, and the diner all decked out, and the 3 slices of pie limit and all that stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. This movie's worse than I remember. But to see Paul Campbell playing a grumpy Gus, we might just go ahead and leave it in there. What do you think?
I don't know. Having been born in Pittsburgh, I'm kind of there with Nicole and Jill. I'm a little, oh gosh. Oh,
You have
maybe
2
the
vetoes.
positivity of the Alzheimer's awareness and
Yeah.
the accomplishments of the 2 leads, the fact that they are such accomplished actors makes up for the I wouldn't say zero chemistry. I was sort of thinking negative chemistry between the 2 of them. So I don't know. We have 2 vetoes, but
I think we're gonna let
it go.
slide. Yeah, we'll
You
let
gonna let
it.
it slide?
Yeah,
No,
our
you've
jingle
got-
bell run in at 10, so we gotta let this one go. It's only fair.
You've got Falling Together locked in at number 9. You know, it's so funny when you talk about chemistry and the lack of chemistry between Paul Campbell and Ashley. They did a whole series on their Instagrams, and they are such good friends and they're hilarious together, and there is a lot of chemistry there, but none of it translated onto the screen or even in a romantic sense at all. So I totally get it. Tracy and Stacy, it's up to you guys for number 8. What are you gonna throw at us here?
all right. For number 8, we're gonna pick one of the more serious movies. Not a Hallmark Hall of Fame though, but 5 More Minutes, Moments Like These. It's where Ashley is not playing super toxic positive. She doesn't play over the top, quirky. You know, she's a widow of a son and asked for 5 more minutes with her husband. I think I like seeing her do something serious because she does it well. And then Lucas Bryant, come on. I mean, geez Louise. Yeah. Thank you, Christine. Yes. Yahoo. Lucas Bryant. And then even the little boys and the kids, because there's a little boy, and then there was the little girl that kind of comes along. Like they're good little actors. They aren't like the regular Hallmark kid actors. They're like really good little actors. I just like the whole idea. I know there's some like Christmas magic involved or paranormal, whatever you want to call it. But I really like that. I'm gonna admit it. I cried at the end. I was bawling. It's one of her more different, Ashley's different characters, and she did such a good job in it, but deserves to be on this list. So 5 more minutes and moments like these.
And Brooke, I'm with you. This is one of the movies I did not watch, but we watched clips of it this morning, and just the clips that I watched, I bawled my eyes out.
Yeah.
So I just off of that, then I regretted kind of like, I was like, I can't believe we put it where we put it on our list. When we when the other veto happened, I'm like, yeah, we can move that there. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
It is. This movie tugs at the heartstrings for sure. Lucas Bryant is just a revelation just in the movie that he did with Kimberly Sested recently. Cowboy Lucas Bryant was a
Oh, yeah.
mood.
Which
A
co-starred
mood.
Antonio Keone.
Right. There you go. This movie is from 2022. 5 more minutes, moments like these by Tracy and Stacy. So first up, Nicole and Jill.
I agree with most of what they said. There were a couple of things that I also liked is the two of them actually spent some time together. A lot of times they're suddenly declare love and they've spent 10 minutes together. Also, the woman doesn't just give up her life and move to the small town. She actually had a reason to live there anyways. All her in-laws and her prior home were there. It's not like she just gave up her job and everything. Now Jill's complaints. You didn't like the dead relative.
Oh. But my issue is that they act like if you are nice enough and you pray hard enough, your dead relative can just come back. It doesn't work that way.
It also has Jill's least favorite trope of let's fix up our house.
Yes.
Try to
To
sell it. And
And
then
then I get mad when the people that want to buy it want to change it. Bulldoze it to the ground.
that upsets
They
her a
can.
lot. Our prior house, bulldoze it. We don't care. We sold it. So, but
I
other
like
than that,
that.
it's good.
You're spending money for no reason.
Jill's not wrong, and now I need Jill on the Home and Garden Network like, doing reviews. What's wrong with you people? Bulldoze this house. All right, so they're okay with 5 more minutes. Moments like these at number 8. Christine and Brooke, what are your thoughts on 5 more minutes? Moments like these at number 8.
We actually had this much higher on our list. Definitely a favorite on our list. And I think it's because we got to see Ashley be more dramatic and not quirky or toxic positivity, as Stacy said. I thought this was probably one of her best performances. I really enjoyed that. And of course, Lucas Bryant, we don't need to go there again. I guess the question for us is, do we want it to go higher? But now actually I'm looking at my list of wait whats and maybe we're okay. Maybe we hold it where it is.
Yeah, I mean, you had the Nikki DeLoach cameo, one of the actresses whose name I do know, which I thought made it fun. And I learned when we were getting ready for this that she was in another 5 more minutes movie. So that sort of is a clever twist. And yeah, the aging ghost dad that we see grow up is a tad far-fetched, but it's sort of par for the course in this film, and it actually seems to work. Like you're sort of wondering, when's he going to show up next? I thought overall it was different in enough respects, as well as good performances and things like that to have it further up our list.
All right, so it's going to stay at number 8. We just did the Nikki DeLoach draft just last month, as a matter of fact, and talked about this movie. She's certainly beloved in the Hallmark world. All right, we have Jingle Bell Run at 10, at 9, Falling Together at 8. 5 more minutes, moments like these. So Christine and Brooke, it's your turn for number 7. Can you believe it?
I can't actually. I forgot it was back to us.
And Jill's still here, and this is great.
Yeah, I think our number 7, we're going to go with a Kimberly Williams-Paisley movie, and we're going with the pilot of the Darrow and Darrow series. There are 4 different mysteries in that series, and we are going to put the pilot in the number 7 position.
Good. Why do you love that one at 7?
Big fan of this series. I think Kimberly Williams-Paisley and Tom Cavanaugh have great chemistry. He's got some quirk that really cracks me up. I thought he was terrific. Wendy Malick as her mom is outstanding, of course. Like the rest of the group, I'm not usually a fan of the child actors, but the young woman, she's not really a child, the young woman that plays the daughter Lou, I thought she was adorable and played the age appropriately. I liked that mother-daughter relationship with Kimberly Williams-Paisley. And of course, we had Antonio Caone as Chester, the computer expert. So what's not to love? It had to make the list.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's from 2017. Wendy Malick is a national treasure. It's a great mystery series. We just did the Hallmark movie mystery drafts, pilots only back in March. This one made the list. I just can't remember what number it landed on. All right, so Nicole and Jill, you're first up. Darrow and Darrow, the pilot, including Antonio Caone.
We love Darrow and Darrow, even Jill does. In fact, before I ever met Antonio, we just knew him as the guy that works at Darrow and Darrow. I promised him that we would make sure one of his movies got on, so here we go. She gives a nice monologue in court, and the flirty banter with her and Tom Cavanaugh is really cute in this.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say about it?
No, she's good.
She likes the mystery movies. She likes this and Murder, She Baked are her favorites.
I
Good.
used to like Aurora Teagarden.
Oh, that's a loaded topic.
That's another podcast.
That's another podcast. Exactly. I'm gonna move quickly to Tracy and Stacy. What are your thoughts on the Darrow and Darrow, the pilot from 2017?
Love this series. We love Tom Cavanaugh. Just love Tom Cavanaugh. So he's too busy to be doing any more Hallmark, but come on, Tom Cavanaugh. Like, we were lucky to see him in a play here in LA with Judd Hirsch. Yeah. So I'm glad that Darrow and Darrow is on here. This one's not my favorite of the four, but I'm happy that it's on here. And so we were just kind of talking about it. I'm like, okay, at least get one of these movies on here. If not, maybe another one up the chain, maybe a little bit. But yeah. So I think we're okay keeping the pilot right here.
There's still a lot of lists to go. We're grooving right along. You never know. Another Darrow Darrow can make an appearance. You never know what's going to happen on Hallmark movie drafts. All right, I stalled for you. Nicole and Jill, it's time for number 6.
Sister Swap, The Hometown Holiday. We really liked the movie in general, but I also enjoyed the fact that the diversity, the actor that plays her father is an actual amputee, and they wrote that in. We thought in how Jill said it, the touching videos with the dead uncle. So Jill always very sentimental. We really liked it. Anything you wanted to say?
No.
All right, well, it's from 2022. This one actually aired first. They aired a week apart on Hallmark when they both debuted in 2022. Mark Declan is in this as well. Did anyone have Saturday Night Live's Kevin Nealon in a Hallmark movie on their bingo card? Like, that was like, what? What? There's a lot going on. Tracy and Stacy, tell us what you think about Sister Swap, A Hometown Holiday at number 6.
Yeah, I'll say what I liked about it.
Go for it.
I really liked her son, Kimberly's son in this. He's so kind of thoughtful to everybody in the movie. I love the old theater aspect of it because we just don't have those anymore. So just the nostalgic aspect of it, I really liked. So that's kind of, yeah. And I loved her parents. I thought her parents were adorable.
Mention Mark Declan.
I mentioned Mark Declan.
I don't know his name, but I was like, good looking guy. So
Yeah. He hasn't been in a lot of Hallmark movies. I looked at his IMDb, but yeah, he's good in this
I
one,
think he's
that's
got
for
a
sure.
couple, but it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. But yeah, old movie theaters, count me in. The ones that were built in like the 30s and the 40s. We have one here in Exeter, New Hampshire that recently got purchased and is turning into something else, which is really sad.
I loved the stage of it, the piano next to everything about that is just, I loved it. So
Yeah, it's really awesome. That's great. Okay, so Tracy and Stacy are all for it.
yeah. So we
What
are
about you guys?
no veto here.
No vetoes. What about Christine and Brooke?
Not in our top 10. I agree with the nostalgia of the old movie theater. And I liked her son, Simon, too. I thought he was adorable and so kind to the little girl. I think we'll probably let it stay because it is one of the ones with the two sisters together. And although I'm not sure it landed, I appreciated what they were going for with these two movies. But yeah, my like list of wait what's is a mile long on this one. And I know that's what we sign up for when we watch these movies. We know it when we're going in, but yeah, it was not featured in our top 10, but I think we're gonna let it slide.
There's the Salt Lake City element of it where Ashley's like doing a restaurant competition, charity fundraiser. I don't know. There's, swapping
It's
is
announced a
involved.
week before Christmas and it's gonna
It's
be in the
just-
holiday
it's just
magazine
crazy.
and I mean, the
Yeah.
list just goes on and everything in the movie theater is broken, but like it was just running. There's still popcorn in the popcorn machine. Gross. I don't know. There were just so many issues.
Well, and then you have everyone who enjoys sort of vintage theaters and architecture, not a problem in Hallmark world because they're saving one a week. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
And party planning and city girl moves home. Okay. And the sisters together, I'll give it, a definite plus.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. We're gonna let it go. I
You're
feel like as we get higher up the list.
The sister swap movies lent very well to our drinks this month. Christmas Cosmo in the City and Hometown Holiday Cider. That is a mocktail. And so you can find those on our Instagram page if you're interested in making our themed bevies.
Yeah, good call. So we've just locked in number 6. There were so many vetoes coming into this match, Erinbeth, and only one has been deployed so far.
Yeah, I'm not worried. I think they're going out with none. They're going to get to the top of this list and they're just going to be throwing them left and right.
All right. Let me do a quick state of the list. At 10, we've got Jingle Bell Run. At 9, Falling Together. At 8, 5 More Minutes, Moments Like These. At 7, Darrow and Darrow. That's the pilot. At 6, Sister Swap, A Hometown Holiday. And at number 5, Tracy and Stacy are going to offer up what?
Number 5, Notes of Autumn, which I know a lot of people really, really, really like this movie, but there's one main reason why it's not higher up on our list. I'm gonna let Stacy explain that because she's the musician of the two of us. Go ahead, Stace.
Every musician in that movie is completely unbelievable. They don't know how to play their instruments. It drove me absolutely bonkers. Like I said, I love Ashley. She does not know how to conduct a choir. Like it's no, please don't do that, Lynn. That's just like, oh, like it was just it's like nails on a chalkboard to me when I see someone just sitting behind a piano and you don't even see their arms moving in the right positions or the cello player.
Which, by the way, Luke McFarlane is a cello player, so I still don't understand that.
It was big props because of Marcus Rosner. I think that helped a lot. And I actually did like Ashley in it, just not as a musician.
I loved Luke and Peter Porte's storyline as well. I love the two kind of like competing A storylines. One wasn't more important than the other. I remember really liking this one when it first came out, and I remember cringing quite a bit when I saw that thing. But that, like, Stacy was like, "There's no way we could put it higher than that because I can't." But it needed to be on this list because of all the leads that are in it and the storyline. So, Notes of Autumn at 5.
So Notes of Autumn 2023, you've got Ashley Williams, Luke McFarlane, who you mentioned, Marcus Rosner, not in a Baxter role and not in a bad guy role. So this is great. Finally, we've got Marcus as a romantic lead. Peter Porte is there. Hilarious cameo appearances by Kevin Smith and Pascal Hutton from a series I have never seen a single episode of, One Calls the Heart, but I know that they're delightful. And it's written by Rick Garman. So there's a lot to like here. So well played at number 5. Let's see if it stays there. Is it going to make it past Nicole and Jill? I can't tell from Jill's faces here. Her face, not faces, her face.
We both liked this one. We liked how Kevin and Pascal were willing to make fools of themselves. Our main issues with this was, what the heck is a piano ball? They were playing one song. They didn't plan to have a piano and no one was dancing. We also want to understand how in Hallmark, when you lose your job, the first thing you do is go on vacation.
Yes. How does that happen?
we both have jobs and we can't afford to go on vacation. How do the unemployed go on vacation? But other than that, we liked it. See, that's the problem watching them with Jill. She complains so much that all I think of is negatives.
Do you normally watch, does Jill normally join you when you watch Hallmark movies for fun, not for drafting, but or not really?
It depends. Some of like there's certain actors or actresses she likes and she'll pay more attention to,
Yeah.
and others she could care less.
My husband will walk through the living room and he'll usually say either one of three things. Haven't you already seen this? When it's a brand new movie. That guy again? Because the actor is. Or isn't there anything else on? So, I get it. I get it.
Jill's
Don't-
big quote is always, "Why doesn't she hit him?"
You should.
Jill advocating for chaos and violence. We're going to move to Christine and Brooke.
We
I'll
had
do
this
you-
one higher on our list also. We liked this one. I really liked the friendship between Ashley and Luke McFarlane. I would love to see those two as best friends in another movie. I thought they were fantastic together. I liked the script. I liked the premise of the two lead couples. I mean, it's Hallmark's version of The Holiday, so that's a favorite movie of mine. So I really enjoyed that. And you've watched this one too, haven't you?
Yeah, I thought it was, you know, the switch in the airport, as silly as it seemed, was really enjoyable. The fact that her luggage apparently never shows up and his clothes fit her in a cute way. I looked past all that. I thought it was sort of more realistic almost, even with all the sort of side stuff about how these sorts of relationships can unfold. The Leo Matt storyline I liked better than Ashley and Sam. Yeah, I would give it a plus. I know it leans heavy into music, and leaving aside all the musical skill disaster, it, you know, the play on the words, notes on autumn. I learned it used to be called Fall Swap, which also seems like a good name. I would give this a plus.
We're not going to veto it. We're okay. So
You're
long
good
as
with
it's
it?
the list. Yep.
All right, Notes of Autumn is going to stay at number 5. The themes coming out in this draft, we have musical disasters, toxic positivity, and Jill's no one should ever watch this movie ever. We're good. But believe it or not, we are at number 4 in under an hour. You guys are like pros here. Nicole and Jill, it is back. It is back to you. Number 4, still lots of vetoes in this game and overrides. What do you think you're going to play for number 4?
We're going to go with Never Kiss a Man in a Christmas Sweater. Niall Mater, I don't know. Ever since that Rip in Time movie, I really like a Niall Mater movie. That would be my main reason, Niall Mater.
I don't understand how he broke his arm when he landed on his back. How hard did she hit him with the tree that he passed out? He was kind of rude to her for her helping him. I know she hurt him, but he was still very rude.
And then she invites him home.
Yes.
Kind of message you giving us here, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you invite Niall Mater home?
Come on. I see all the logic in her thinking.
This is from 2020. This is written by Nina Weinman, and we're doing the Nina Weinman draft in August. She has written so many bangers, and this is one of a long list of wonderful Hallmark movies that she has written. I'm excited to do that in August. So Maggie is a single mom. That's Ashley, and she's facing Christmas alone until, yeah, like Jill said, she literally hits Niall Mater with a Christmas tree and everything changes. And, you know, who knows how this movie is going to end? You have no idea. You're going to be on the edge of your seat because you'll never guess, right? Tracy and Stacy, what do you think of this movie at number 4? Never Kiss a Man in a Christmas Sweater.
On rewatch last night's, it moved up my list. I forgot how much I liked this movie. Oh my gosh. I just really, really liked it. I was like, Niall Mater, there's the reason why. I mean, it was fun. And she's not as toxically positive. She's still quirky positive, but it's not like the over the top, like, anyway, I really, really like them. I like those two together. So I like that one a lot. I'm okay with it. What about you, sis?
Oh yeah, I really liked this movie. I'm trying to think of, I kind of liked the and I guess it's in other movies too, but she's a single mom, but it's not because she's a widow.
Right.
And they have a good relationship. So they have a very friendly relationship. It just seems it's not just for the sake of the child. I loved that it was charity and volunteering and stuff for a really good cause for military
Yes.
families. I loved that idea. I thought that was kind of really sweet to do too. And yeah, so I liked that part of it too.
So we're cool with it at number 4.
Yeah, we're fine with
You
it.
guys are cool with it. Stacy, do you watch a lot of Hallmark movies? Or do you no, yeah, okay, no. They got
Unless
the
she
big
knows
head
this
shake.
is a really good one, you need to really check it out. So that's why I don't know all the actors and stuff. So
I just wanted to double check because I didn't know if in Tracy's 8 appearances, if ever it was actually you instead of Tracy, and you did like a little
we never
sister
did it.
swap on me.
No.
Have you ever done it? Have you ever?
No.
You never have. You're so good. Then neither of you are an evil twin. It's just not there. I can't even see
No,
Tracy.
I'm way more evil than her. People would figure it out very quickly. No, very quickly. Yeah.
All right, so we have Never Kiss a Man in a Christmas Sweater at number 4 that Nicole and Jill played. It's fine with Tracy and Stacy, so it's all up to you guys, Christine and Brooke. Is it going to stay here at number 4? You guys
This
are
is
thinking
tough
hard.
on us. Yeah, this is a tough one. This is not one of our favorites. This is bottom of the barrel. The hitting him in the head with the Christmas tree and breaking his arm, Jill nailed it. Like, do we need to keep talking about it? This movie after that, I felt like that was an omen for where this movie was going. But I do agree with Erinbeth. I'm a Niall Mater fan. I just don't think it was his best. I don't know. Should we use a veto?
I don't know. The title was probably my favorite part of the movie. And I'm not sure why she invited him or he accepted her invite to move in with her when he has his brother and a friend that live in the same town.
Again, Niall Mater.
No, there is that. There is that.
We know why she offered. We don't know why he accepted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I enjoy him in movies. This was not a favorite character of mine for him. This was not on our list.
It's your call if you want to veto.
Well, while you're thinking about whether or not you want to play a veto, keep in mind that if you veto it, it can be played again higher up on the list by anybody or not. And there can be a veto override. You never know. Neither of those things could happen as well. You have no idea what could happen.
All right. Well, you've played this game before. What do you think?
And won.
Right.
Mm.
What
number are we on? Is this number 4?
This is number 4.
That's 4.
Yeah.
You're headed into the top 3.
Yeah.
I think we veto it.
We're gonna veto
it.
All right. Christine and Brooke are going to veto Never Kiss a Man in a Christmas Sweater.
Tracy and Stacy are going to override that.
And I didn't even get the line through this long title yet. Okay, so there's a veto override, which means that it will stay.
I need the
So-
point. I need the point.
Exactly. There's points involved. All right, so Never Kiss a Man in a Christmas Sweater is staying at number 4. So for 3, that's Christine and Brooke. While you're thinking of what you want to play at number 3, I'm going to just tell you what's left in the game. Christine and Brooke have a veto and a veto override. Nicole and Jill have a veto left, and Tracy and Stacy have 3 vetoes. Wow. Christine and Brooke, what do you think you want to play at number 3?
We are going to go with another Darrow and Darrow. As I mentioned, we love this series, Body of Evidence. This is when the chemistry and the banter between Claire and Miles really takes off in this one. This one really won me over. Yes, we've got some wait whats, like it's 5:30 in the morning and yet it's like as bright as noon outside. The coffee pot sitting on the kitchen counter, yet the coffee's hot. The list goes on. But again, we have Antonio. We have Joanna starting to have a little romance with the coach, which I think is adorable. And Lou on the boys' baseball team. I mean, there's just a lot to like in this one. Plus, I think it's a pretty good mystery. I think this was the best of the 4 mysteries in the movies. So this was our favorite of the Darrow and Darrows, and that's why I want to play it at number 3.
And this is the third in the series too. So very fitting to put it at number 3. It's from 2018. All of the Darrow and Darrows were written by Fief Sutton. They all had different directors, but they had one consistent writer for the series. And I think that really shows as you go through the timeline of the 4. There's some really good continuity and the vibe remains, pretty consistent. All right, Darrow and Darrow, Body of Evidence at number 3 from Christine and Brooke. So first up, Nicole and Jill. You've already told us that Jill likes the mysteries. We know
There's
Antonio's
no
in
way
it.
I'm gonna veto an Antonio movie. As far as a Kimberly movie, I don't think it's one of the best Darrow and Darrow ones. I think there's some of the others that she is better in. As far as Antonio, I love this one. He started this thing in this one, and every single scene he announces his character's name, which I think is hysterical. And behind the scenes stories he's told me about it make me laugh even more every time I watch it. I'm definitely keeping it there. Like I said, it's not the Darrow and Darrow I would have chose, but what do you think?
Keep it there.
Jill gives it a thumb up. Yeah, Chester Lime, right? So,
Chester Lime.
all right. So far, it's going to stay at number 3. Tracy and Stacy.
It's our favorite Darrow and Darrow. This is when Claire and Miles, they start to vibe. I like the fact that he takes a break from the DA's office and comes and helps her with the defense. That was a lot of fun. And we love, of course, Antonio. So yeah, we like, was my personal favorite out of the 4. My favorite.
I know that it would never happen in a courtroom, but their banter back and forth in the courtroom when they're, talking to the woman witness or whatever. I thought that was hilarious. I just thought that they worked so well together. So yeah, we're not vetoing this.
you can't
No
veto it.
No.
No vetoes. No.
Mhm.
I wish they would bring this series back. I really do.
Me too.
Love it. I love Tom Cavanaugh so much. I'm so jealous that you guys got to see him in a play. I think that would have been awesome. With Judd Hirsch, no less. Oh my gosh. OG. Amazing. What was it, by the way? What was it called?
It was C.S. Lewis and Sigmund Freud.
So it was Freud's last session.
He played C.S. Lewis and Judge Hirsch played Sigmund Freud.
And it was just the 2 of them.
Awesome.
2 of them. Yeah.
It was very good.
That sounds great. All right, Darrow and Darrow, Body of Evidence is number 3. That was your last pick for the list, Christine and Brooke. You guys were an awesome sister team. I can't wait to see how you actually end up here, but you were just perfect together. Lots of enthusiasm. Brooke, you were the surprise of the day for me because you were very generous with your comments and the generosity of the Hallmark movie genre overall is what I mean, because not everybody is, which is also fine because I love Jill's honesty and I am here for it all day long. In fact, Nicole, remember when I first started talking to you about this 2 years ago, I was like, this has to be a sister draft because I need Jill. I need Jill to be watching these movies and come ready to play. So I'm so thrilled that you guys are here. What is going to be your final pick for number 2?
October Kiss.
She's our mermaid. We
Yes.
have to pick that. One thing, we don't see any chemistry between her and the father. They don't even spend any time together. She loved those kids and wanted to be part of the family. That's it. Jill loves the actress that plays Abigail, Miranda Fragana or something like that is how you pronounce her name. She never gets the guy, and that makes Jill feel bad.
In the Aurora movies?
Yeah.
Yes.
And she does have Arthur Smith in there, but he's an idiot, so he doesn't count.
So she's in one of my favorite Jessica Lowndes movies where she's trying to get fixed up. Stop shaking your head, Erinbeth. Come on, give me a break.
That is like one of her worst. I mean, like of all of her movies, that's one of her worst
Love it.
movies.
I love that movie so much. Anyway, back to October Kiss.
It's
What
just
else?
nice to see her with the kids, and she looks like she'd be a fun nanny. She always plays someone who just can't handle having a job, though. But other than that,
October Kiss is from 20 2015. Sam Jaeger is Ryan. Ashley's character name in this is Poppy, just one of the most annoying names ever. And I think her character just really kind of lives up to it. Sam Jaeger has only done this one Hallmark movie, but he's also in The Handmaid's Tale. I don't know if there's like a three-way there or not, but yeah, it's clear she loves the kids and can't hold down a job, but she found her calling and she found her place. And maybe October Kiss has found its place at number 2, or maybe not. Tracy and Stacy, what's going to happen?
We've been discussing
Hmm.
because it's one of Ashley's first movies.
And she's
And
our mermaid.
Here's the
She
thing.
is our mermaid.
Is one of the first Ashley movies that I watched, so I wasn't really aware of how she could be, like how she was starting to get pigeonholed. So I don't know. What do you want to do?
I personally really like this movie. It's one that I go to every Halloween. Every October, I put this one in. I'll even put it in the summer sometimes. So it's one of my personal favorites. I do think that that she and the dad have some chemistry. It's not like off the charts, but I think they do. I don't know. We haven't decided really.
Don't worry, we will vamp for a little bit.
Of the Ashley Williams movies, it's probably my favorite. It's fun, it's quirky. I do think she has more chemistry with the kids than she does with the dad. I think it's adorable. I think the children actors do a really good job.
Well, speaking of names, how often do you have 2 kids whose name begin with a Z?
You're right. That
Good
is.
point.
We decided we like it enough. We're going to keep it. I'm going to keep it at number 2.
No.
October Kiss gets a pass from Tracy and Stacy. Christine and Brooke, do the 2 Z first names save it for you? I'm getting a scrunchy face from one of you.
I mean, look, it was on our top 10 list because I felt like it was going to end up here. I know it's popular, but I think it's popular because, like Tracy said, she watches it every fall. We don't have any, until this year, we didn't have any other Halloween movies. So this was the one go-to. It was a favorite of mine back when it first aired in whatever year that was. You just said 2017 or something?
10 years ago, 2015.
10 years ago. Yeah.
Can you believe
watching
it?
when it
I
was
know.
new. And it was back in that time period where there were a few movies that had this same storyline of like the nanny falls in love with the widower and becomes the wife instead of the employee. Not my favorite trope.
With different background music, it's a Lifetime Channel movie that doesn't end well.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Or the kids get kidnapped or, something strange happens.
Yeah, something strange happens.
But I guess because it is a fan favorite, because it is our only Halloween movie and she is our mermaid, maybe we need to let this one slide. What do you think?
And it has sisters.
Yeah.
The Seattle sisters, Poppy, and I think her name is Megan. So it's another sisters movie.
Totally forgot about that.
So there's that part of it. And yeah, it also doesn't have kind of like autumn vomit everywhere. It just has Halloween. And that's, sorry. So
No, you were perfect. I'm just going to tell you, Brooke, that when I need a guest co-host, I'm calling you because I like your take on things.
Uh-oh.
That's the fall vomit for the win. All right, October Kiss is going to stay at number 2 before we get to Tracy and Stacy's pick for number 1, because honestly, nothing here can really tell us what is going to be played at number 1, because this list is all over the place and there's still like, math is hard. I don't know how many movies are left that haven't been played. 9, something like that. So at 10, we have Jingle Bell Run. At 9, Falling Together. At 8, 5 More Minutes, Moments Like These. At 7, Darrow and Darrow. That's the pilot from 2017. At 6, Sister Swap, A Hometown Holiday. At 5, Notes of Autumn. At 4, Never Kiss a Man in a Christmas Sweater. At 3, Darrow and Darrow, Body of Evidence. At 2, October Kiss. And at number 1, Stacy and Tracy say,
I don't
what?
know how honest I want to be.
Yeah.
I think it's time for some gameplay. Because I know what I want for number 1.
We know what we want.
I know what we want for number 1. So we're going to choose Love on a Limb.
Oh, come on.
Love on a
This one when
limb.
we get to start drinking.
We will.
Did you rewatch
Oh.
this?
I watched about half of it.
All decorum has gone out the window. Lynn is not even orchestrating. We've gone off the rails here.
Well, what was her first sentence coming into this right now for
Love on a Limb from 2016. It's Ashley and Trevor Donovan. Ashley's determined to save a tree. Trevor Donovan is the hunky landscaper that's hired by the city to like cut it down. She built a tree house. Marilu Henner is in it as the mom. All kinds of what's happen in this. Why are you picking this at number one?
Because we need people to use their vetoes.
Thank you for being honest.
Gameplay.
gameplay?
Because this is the very last on our list. Like, boom.
This was number 19 on your list.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Now it's just time to play the game, ladies.
Yeah, exactly. You guys have been so copacetic. You came in with an arsenal. I've never seen so many vetoes enter a 10 draft. Yeah. Okay, Nicole and Jill. Is this going to stay Love on a Limb at number one?
See, I don't think it belongs there, but we really, really wanted to say Mayor Colton Landry should have just time traveled and planted that damn tree somewhere else.
Pond. Yeah.
Right. That's right.
I have a ton of wait whats for that movie.
Oh, we all do.
How did she pee?
Bucket up and down the tree? I don't know. Ugh.
Water doesn't flow up. And wouldn't it have froze in the winter if the pipes are above ground?
I know.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep that veto, but Jill's comments make me think that maybe we do need to say veto. But then don't you dare put that stupid hurting the dog movie on.
You got Nicole and Jill to burn a veto on Love on a Limb at number one. Well played, Tracy and Stacy. So they are now out of vetoes. What are you going to play in its place at number one?
Follow the Stars Home. It's our number one. I love that movie.
Here, okay, I know that you said, and you're talking to one of the biggest animal lovers there is. When I saw that scene, I about jumped out of my skin. But the puppy got saved.
There was more than one scene of puppy abuse.
Yeah, but the puppy is now safe.
That doesn't matter.
Need the lawyer to weigh in a moment.
Like I said, I really, really liked this movie. I can't. It's a Hall of Fame movie, so it's definitely. I think
Crap.
the quality of it is a notch above. The story of, I mean, let's face it, her ex-husband is a real. I'm just going to say the word jerk. I want to say another word, but her ex-husband is a real piece of work. And Campbell Scott. I mean, come on, Campbell Scott. And her daughter and the relationship, the daughter and is it Amy? Is that her name? Amy, the little the girl,
Little baby Alexa Penavega.
Yeah, little baby Alex.
Yeah, and I just loved their dynamic together, and I just love the fact that Kimberly's character wanted to keep the baby.
Yeah.
Hands down. That's it. I mean, what was the dad's alternative? Well, no. Well, I mean, what kind of life is that child going to have?
Yeah.
And so to me, that was like it.
It's
Well
tough.
said.
You will never see on Hallmark again.
now.
They're never going to
No.
put that on Hallmark
No
again.
way.
So to me, just from that fact alone, that she just wanted to keep the baby, and I'm emotional to think about it. That's it.
Yeah.
So anyway.
It is. It's a beautiful film. It covers hard topics. There are adults speaking like adults, which you don't see a lot of in Hallmark movies. This movie is 24 years old. And no, we will never see a movie like this framed that way in Hallmark. This was a really huge movie when it came out too, which was incredible. Octavia Spencer is in this
Yep.
movie, guys. I mean,
But she has I got so excited when I saw her in the live.
the cast alone is like, what happened here? Eric Close is always delivers, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy. He's always there for it. So we have Follow the Stars Home at number one. Nicole and Jill, You've given us your thoughts already on the movie. We know you're
Love on
not
a
here
Limb is
for it.
far better.
You don't have a veto.
I thought they had a veto. No,
Nope,
they.
they burned their veto
Oh
on
no,
Live
I
on a
thought you
Limb.
talked about Christine and Brooke. Come on, they
Yeah,
ain't
so it's really up to Christine and Brooke. What do you think of Follow the Stars Home at #1?
Well, I didn't see this, so I've learned about it
Oh, yeah.
with all of you here, and then talking with Christine as we were getting ready for this. So I don't know that it's fair for me to chime in. It sounds like I've got one more thing to put on my list, and my husband will be thrilled to know that this is a new old Hallmark on the
Don't
list.
watch it. Don't watch it.
It's Hall of Fame. You should watch it. Go
a
ahead,
good one.
Christine,
Hall of Fame
what's the
just means they're
decision?
worse.
I love this movie. I mean, of course, we've already tried to play it. I, for all the things that we've talked about, I mean, I can't believe it's 24 years old. When I went back and watched it a week or two ago, yeah, it's a little dated in some respects, but the performances, the cast, the scenery, I think her house is so cool. Like you guys said, the relationship between baby Alexa Penavega and the daughter was so sweet. And I think Kimberly gives an incredible performance. And I mean, that is what we're here ranking. So I think I'm fine with it being #1. We're not going to veto it.
No veto, so it stays, Follow the Stars Home
I think there's a
stays at
certain beauty in the fact that our #1 is a 24-year-old movie.
right. State of Hallmark movies?
What does that tell
Yeah.
us?
It is. It's a beautiful movie. I know that, that it covers some really hard topics, but she keeps the baby. Her husband is divorcing her over this issue of this child that they know is going to be born with some very challenging birth defects, and he can't handle it, right? But his brother is a pediatrician who's clearly has always had something for Diana, the character that Kimberly plays. So there are other storylines involved in this.
We can talk about how the abusive relationship and the substance abuse was dealt and handled within the movie too. And
Yeah.
yeah. And then I really liked the relationship between the brothers because it was real.
Yes. Yeah.
Because you can
Yeah.
tell he's still like, yeah, come in. Like he still welcomes his brother into the house, even though he can't stand him because he's being a complete jerk and all this kind of stuff. So it's like, I still love you because you're my brother, but I hate you because of what you've done. And anyway, so lots of stuff.
Yeah. Lots of stuff to love. So Follow the Stars Home is our #1.
We still love you, Jill and Nicole.
Oh, yes.
Of course. There are
course.
heavy themes in that movie. It's not an easy one.
No, not at all. But I hope people give it a chance and give it a watch. I've been trying to do a Hall of Fame draft for a while, but Erinbeth, you know this better than anybody. Some of those movies are almost impossible to find now, but maybe with Hallmark Plus, maybe they're all there. We'd have to take a look because they're not movies that are aired very often on any of the analog channels, especially given their age. So,
Well, and I think that the quality of the movie speaks a lot because we rarely have movies with big sads showing up even in the top 5, let alone being ranked #1. Usually the big sads movies are like, oh no, we don't want those high, but we recognize them. So I think the quality of that movie stands
yeah.
pretty well.
So good job, you guys. This is the part where Erinbeth and I are going to reveal what were on our personal top 10 ranked lists. And Erinbeth is going to tell me how many points I didn't get, how she won. So I'll start with you. Go ahead. What's your top 10 ranked 10th to 1st? And if there's a movie on the list that didn't get talked about, feel free to say something about it.
All right, I had the Darrow and Darrow pilot, Northern Lights of Christmas, 8 Jingle Bell Run, 7 Christmas in Evergreen, 6 The Christmas Train, 5 Sister Swap A Hometown Holiday, 4 Notes of Autumn, 3 Witness to Murder A Darrow Mystery, 2 October Kiss, and 1 Follow the Stars Home. I will say the Christmas Train was a good solid one. I read the book. And the book was so much better. It's the only reason it ranked lower in my list than probably some people, because it just compared to the book was nothing. But come on. I mean, Dermot Mulroney and Kimberly Williams-Paisley. I mean, you can't beat those two in a movie.
This is the other Hall of Fame movie that was eligible for this list. You've got Danny Glover, you've got Joan Cusack. It's directed by Ron Oliver. It's the one of my favorite tropes, the second chance at love trope, you know. So Dermot Mulroney's character is just this jaded journalist, and he's on this 4-day train trip from, like, I don't know, DC to LA, LA to DC, something like that. And he is on this trip with his old flame, Kimberly, and they bump into each other. And he's like, "Oh my gosh, this is fate." And she's like, "Oh my God, this is bad luck." Right? So right there you have me. So good. That was your number. Was that your number one, did you say?
No, that was my number 6. Follow the Stars Home was my number 1.
Was your number one. Okay, so here's my
Yeah.
list. 10, October Kiss. At 9, Falling Together. At 8, Christmas in Evergreen. At 7, Darrow and Darrow, Witness to Murder. At 6, Jingle Bell Run. At 5, Never Kiss a Man in a Christmas Sweater. At 4, I Don't Want to Hear a Word from Any of You. Love on a Limb.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Love on a Limb. What can I say? I love that tree, you know? That's all there is to it.
I thought if no one vetoes this movie and it ends up as number 1, Lynn will never let us forget it. That's all I could think the whole time.
We veto it.
Total insanity. You know, the tree is causing chaos. It's causing chaos on the water drains. It's infecting the city. Cut this tree down. No, how dare you? Notes of Autumn is number 3. Follow the Stars Home is number 2, and number 1 was The Christmas Train for me. So there you have it. Christmas in Evergreen. I love this movie. I'm surprised this is not on the list. Great ensemble
No.
cast, great series. And Ashley does a really good job in it. And so that was my number 8. So how did I do? How did you do, Erinbeth?
There was only 1 point separating us. You had 7 and I had 8. And if it wasn't for October Kiss and Follow the Stars Home, which landed in the correct places as I had them ranked, I think we would have tied. I think you and I did well against each other this time.
That's not too bad. Okay, so let's do it in the veto order. Nicole and Jill, will you reveal what your top 10 ranked list was that you submitted? So this is the list that Erinbeth is going to score them on.
We had 10 Northern Lights of Christmas, 9 Falling Together, 8 Darrow and Darrow, Key of Murder, 7 was Christmas in Evergreen, 6 was the Sister Swap Hometown movie, 5 October Kiss, 4 was the Darrow and Darrow original, 3 was Never Kiss a Man in a Christmas Sweater, 2 was Notes of Autumn, and 1 was Jingle Bell Run.
Say something about Northern Lights of Christmas, because that one didn't get played at all either.
We don't like it. We thought people would put it on the list. That's the only reason we put it on.
Gameplay. Yeah.
It is
With what?
another one where I won't sell unless you keep it exactly the way it is.
Well, plus it's also a reindeer ranch, and there are basically 2 reindeer in a barn. So I don't know how that qualifies as a ranch, but there you have it. Yeah, good list. Okay, Tracy and Stacy, what was your personal ranked list that you submitted?
So 10 was 5 More Minutes, Moments Like These. 9 was Witness to Murder, a Darrow Mystery. 8, Jingle Bell Run. 7, Sister Swap, a Hometown Holiday. 6, Darrow and Darrow, Body of Evidence. 5, Notes of Autumn. 4, October Kiss. 3, Never Kiss a Man in a Christmas Sweater. 2, The Christmas Train, and 1, Follow the Stars Home.
Great list. Was there anything on your list that we didn't talk about?
Was it the Witness to Murder? I don't
The
know.
Witness to Murder one?
That was the 4th Darrow and Darrow.
Love that one too.
Yeah, well, it's because they finally went like, hey, we like each other. Smooch, smooch.
That's when they changed it from Darrow and Darrow to a Darrow mystery.
Yeah.
And then they
So-
dumped us. So
Yeah.
it's like,
No.
oh, we got them together. We're done, people. There's no more crime. There's no more trials. Great list. All right, Christine and Brooke, what was your ranked list?
Our number 10 was Jingle Bell Run. 9, Follow the Stars Home. 8, The Darrow and Darrow Pilot. 7, Darrow and Darrow Witness to Murder. 6, Northern Lights. 5, October Kiss. 4, Darrow and Darrow Body of Evidence. 3, Christmas Train. 2, Notes of Autumn. 1, 5 More Minutes.
It's a great list. I think, have we talked about all of the ones that were on your list in a roundabout way or
I think
not
we
really?
have in one way or another.
One way or
'cause
another.
3 of the 4 Darrows. I mean, 2 movies that didn't get mentioned that personally I'm thrilled we didn't have to talk about were Holiday Hearts and 2 Tickets to Paradise. So I really appreciate that nobody mentioned them because it really could have been problematic.
Well, those were other choices we could have played at one too. I'm not sure.
Yes, they were. But you played a movie that was in my personal top
I know.
4, and I appreciate that. It's great. Oh my God. You guys, this was well, actually, aside from this being fun, we do have to declare a winner. Whoever scores the most points is actually eligible to compete in the 2025 Tournament of Champions for Hallmark Movie Drafts. And your sister can come back and compete as well with you. So what happened, Erinbeth? What happened with these scores?
So we had 2 points separating third place and first place. So they ran neck and neck the whole time. In third place with 8 points was Christine and Brooke.
Bronze
And
medalists.
then bronze medalists. And then it was only 1 point between first and second. So these two really went back and forth the whole time. Coming in at the end though, with Follow the Stars Home being put in number 1, Tracy and Stacy took it with 10 points. Nicole and Jill got 9. So congratulations, Tracy and Stacy.
Wow, that is close. 10, 9,
It was
8.
really close. It was 10, 9, 8.
Wow.
And
That's
they really were
amazing.
the whole time. It was just like switching places. So I mean, it was a good game.
That was a great match, you guys. And Jill, I can see the disappointment on your face about being not being able to come back, but you can. You can come back any time. You didn't have to win this one.
The
It's okay.
disappointment is the number one choice.
God.
Can't believe this.
It's okay. It's a good movie.
No, it isn't.
I'm not going to win this one. We might need arbitration from Brooke, I think. In any case, you guys, you did a great job. Absolutely. Thank you so much for doing this. It was a blast. Listeners, be sure to follow Hallmark Movie Drafts wherever you get your pods. It's available everywhere. Subscribe to our new YouTube channel. Meet up with us on Instagram. If you love HMD, please share and recommend our podcast and socials to your friends. We love hearing what your top 10 would have been or your number 1. Take a moment to leave a review on Apple and Spotify. It truly helps other Hallmark fans find the show. Coming up in June, it's the Rachel Boston draft. The panelists are 2024 HMD champion Jenna going up against Amy and Danielle, aka Happy. This is a great panel. It's going to be so much fun. Once more, for the final time, here is the definitive list of the 10 best Hallmark movies starring either Ashley Williams or her sister Kimberly Williams-Paisley, or both of them, as drafted by sisters Nicole and Jill, Christine and Brooke, and Tracy and Stacy. Here we go. At 10, Jingle Bell Run. At 9, Falling Together. At 8, 5 More Minutes, Moments Like These. At 7, Darrow and Darrow, the pilot. At 6, Sister Swap, A Hometown Holiday. At 5, Notes of Autumn. At 4, Never Kiss a Man in a Christmas Sweater. At 3, Darrow and Darrow, Body of Evidence. At 2, October Kiss. And at number 1, Follow the Stars Home. Great job, everybody. Let's all say bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Justice for Love on a Limb. Don't leave me hanging.
Hallmark Movie Drafts is a monthly production. Stephanie Prichelle creates the movie synopses using descriptions from IMDb or Hallmark.com as a base. Kate Baca vets the list of eligible movies and manages our Letterboxd account called Hallmark Drafts, where you'll find the list of eligible movies for each show, as well as the final top 10 lists and the panelists who drafted them. Erinbeth Cermak creates the Where to Watch lists and the trivia round questions, and along with Stephanie and Kate, provides additional creative, research, and hosting support. I'm Lynn Austin. I'm the showrunner, producer, and host. I staff the panels, create the show topics, manage the production schedule and the HMD socials, and edit and publish the podcast. Intro and outro music is provided courtesy of Amato Zapana. Thank you to the Deck the Hallmark double-deckers who share their passionate opinions on these Hallmark movies that we love, or maybe not love, so much.